Alan just went for the bullseye.
Norris, one of 8 different winners.
Bullseye.
From the 9 events that we've held so far. Michael van Gerwen, the only man to
Alan.
win a couple of Players' Championship titles this year. The second of which, of course, came yesterday. This pair have met just once before. That was in the European Darts Trophy last year.
46.
And Andy Jenkins came out on top. 6-5 winner against Chuck Norris. He then went on to beat
85.
Steve West before losing out to James Wade in round 3.
180.
And he's fired in a 180 to signal his intent from the off. Both played a couple of games, both played a game rather to get here, of course. Norris seeing off Jordi Maywisser and Jenkins defeating Ross Twell. Norris dropped just 2 legs in his win against the Dutchman. Andy Jenkins only dropped 1. And the winner of this match will take on the winner of our next game in their board final. That is Kyle Anderson against Ricky Evans.
86.
Jenkins looking for an early break by bedding double top for the 76 out, and that's what he does. Solid start. Ten years now since Andy Jenkins reached the semi-finals of the World Championship. Was in the top 10 in the world back in those days. He's keeps clinging on to his tour card. Has had to
57.
Go back to Q school before, but right now Andy Jenkins finds himself
100.
Ranked 62nd in the world. Of course, if he can keep his place in the top 64 at the end of the World Championship,
85.
He'll keep hold of his tour card for another year.
$45.
His best run this year was to the last 16 of UK Open Qualifier 4 here in Wigan.
$39.
Well, he took out
77.
76 in the first leg on tops. Couldn't find the target then, but he'll be back looking to double his lead.
$40 scored. 100.
The last start from Norris just helps apply a little bit of pressure, but it's not felt by Andy Jenkins, who does open up a 2-leg cushion.
$100.
That Players' Championship win a couple of months ago for
60.
Alan Norris, his third PDC title. His first came in Ireland in 2015. Beat Kim Huybrechts to win a Players' Championship event then. Also a
100.
victor on the European Tour last year, beating Jelle Klaassen to take the German Darts Championship title.
100.
It's Jenkins that is looking the better player so far in this one. A second max. Applying some pressure. And now Norris could be in a bit of bother. Obstructed by the second dart. Only manages to score 41. He is down to a finish, but Jenkins is going to be on a much, much smaller one.
135.
But he might not get a go. Well, he will, because
140.
the second dart couldn't find the target. Norris poised. Jenkins may get a dart at the bull. Does get a dart at the bull.
53 scored.
But he can't find it. And now Alan Norris to get a foothold in this match. Lands double 10. Andy Jenkins' best ever run on the Pro Tour came in 2013 when he went all the way to the final of a Players' Championship event. Lost out to Ian White on that occasion.
100. $95. $60.
Looking for a third 180 and finds a third 180. Norris now
180.
responds with his first. That gets him down to a finish. But Jenkins might not give him a go. He might not. He wants double 12 for the 141.
129.
Just inside the double. 141. Missed on the double by Andy Jenkins. 161 is not going to go either.
137.
So double 6 to restore a two-leg lead.
Game shot.
And he does just that. Good stuff this from Andy Jenkins.
$121.
A far cry from yesterday when he was beaten by eventual semi-finalist Jan Dekker in round 1. Norris also suffered an early exit, lost out to Ted Everts, 6-3. So both of these players have done something they couldn't do 24 hours ago, that's win a match.
137.
And right now, Andy Jenkins is looking the most likely to win another and reach the board final. Still a long way to go yet.
100.
Norris certainly a player capable of producing one of those spells of excellence. We saw that, didn't we, in the last match from Darren Johnson. 12 and 11 dart legs back to back, including 3 180s and a 171.
140.
Norris now
97.
poised to move back within 1. Jenkins snapping at his heels.
Game shot.
But Chuck finds a target with the second dart at double. keeps himself firmly in
60.
contention. Bring you a few results from around the boards. Rob Cross has
97.
beaten his flatmate, Lee Bryant, 6-0. So Bryant might rush home and lock him out. After that one, Mick McGowan, a 6-4 winner against Martin
41.
Schindler. Paul Nicholson's decent run of form continues. He's knocked out Cristo Reyes. A 6-4 win for the Asset. Johnny Clayton, a 6-5
95.
winner against Jimi Hendrix. Adrian Lewis has defeated Jan Decker, 6-4. So a day after reaching
100.
his first PDC semi-final, Decker knocked out in round 1.
$99.
Robbie Green, another semi-finalist yesterday. He's beaten Brendan Dolan 6-2.
122.
John Henderson, a 6-3 winner against Ryan Meikle. Steve West beats Jamie Lewis 6-2. And Ronnie Hybrex has edged out Andy Hamilton 6-5. The same scoreline that's seen Mervyn King defeat Paul Harvey. And yesterday's beaten finalist Robert Thornton safely through to round 2, a 6-3 winner against Zoran Lurchbacher. Thornton will take on Richie Edhouse there,
138.
as Andy Jenkins sets up double top fantastically with a 138 score. Norris back on 183, so all he can do is hit and hope.
41, 2, 3.
But he's made a decent job of the hit part of that equation.
Game
But
shot.
Jenkins has extinguished his hopes. 4-2 to the Hampshire man. But
108.
Norris digging deep and kick-starting this 7th leg with a max.
42.
Well, that looks perfect to follow.
135.
Well, we should be on a 9-dart attempt now, Alan.
$100.
Second dart of the second visit just went wayward and drifted into the treble 5, but I tell you what, he's found his range here.
100.
Needs to maintain it against a throw though.
85.
Could be an 11-dart leg. 54. Well, 68 left, so he will probably not go 18 for bull with Jenkins way back. Now double 10.
66 scored. $40.
Well, Jenkins having just about his worst leg on Alan Norris's best. However,
No score.
Norris has made a mess of the finish.
$84.
He doesn't want to give Andy Jenkins a chance at this 150.
Game
And
shot.
he does not. Finally lands a double.
$87. 60. 59. 140. 135.
Every match taking on more importance for Alan Norris. He's in that chasing pack, hunting down the top 16 on the PDC Order of Merit,
140.
along with the likes of Gerwin Price and Darryl Gurney. Norris sits between that pair at 18th in the world rankings.
41.
And with 16th place Simon Whitlock not picking up any ranking prize money this weekend, it's an opportunity for one of those to make up some ground.
91.
Gurney already out today, so it's not going to be him. Norris now is poised to break the Jenkins throw.
139.
But he'll probably have to clean this up. Grabs himself 2 darts at double, only needs 1. And the tide may have just turned.
$140. 100.
That victory in Players' Championship 1 for Norris. One of 5 events this year where he's reached the quarterfinals or better. Of course, his biggest payday this year was a run to the semis at the UK Open Finals. He was beaten there by Gerwin Price. 11-9. Having seen off Kim Huybrechts 10-9 in a brilliant quarter-final session where 3 of the games went all 19 legs and the other one went 18 between Peter Wright
45.
and Raymond van Barneveld. But now Alan Norris.
47.
Looking to take the lead in this match for the very first time.
60.
Jenkins won the first couple of legs. Norris has broken back in leg 8, and now to move ahead in a race that he seems to have timed to perfection. Because even if Andy Jenkins can win this leg and force a decider,
45.
Alan Norris will have the throw. And it's starting to look like Andy Jenkins may just have run his race, because Norris is making a sprint
180.
for the checkered flag and kicks off with a maximum. Jenkins has to reply in kind.
140.
And again, just teasing us with the prospect of a perfect leg, but the 5th dart just below the target. Has hit 4 9-darters in his career, Alan Norris, including one at the Players' Championship finals that bagged him £35,000.
91.
Not bad for one leg of darts.
130.
And Andy Jenkins might not be playing another leg of darts this weekend. Norris wants 90. Well, now he wants 85.
Yeah. 50.
Well, Andy Jenkins, this has got to go. And it's not going to go.
110.
Norris comes back for double top. Double 10.
Game shot.
And he nails it. And Alan Norris moves through to the board final, where we'll take on the winner of our next match between Kyle Anderson and Ricky Evans. Stay tuned for that.